Well, hello there guys, and welcome to a gameplay video here on Sid Meier's Colonization. This is one of my favorite games of all time. Of course, it's quite an older game, made in 1995, actually early 95. So we're going to be playing here. We are using DOSBox to play, and I'm going to go ahead and start a game in America. I want to keep things, as realistic as possible. To kind of show you guys, show off the game itself. So we are going to take the original Americas, and we're going to take Explorer. It's been a long time since I played this game. By the way, for those of you wondering, I did purchase it off GOG, which I really am glad that they have it. I'm going to take good old England, but if we end up doing an actual playthrough, then I'll go ahead and change things around. For my name, of course, I will put Agrippa Maxentius, and depending on where we land, we'll go ahead and determine like a different name for each colony. As you can see, the audience with the King of England, for the greater good and glory of England, we did there. I'm not even going to go through it, but basically, the king, you don't get along with him in this particular game, unless you want to. He's going to ask for taxes, he's going to try and get money out of your people, and eventually, the goal of the game is to actually get up to 50% liberty and essentially declare independence. At that point, you've got your own country, and you'll be remembered for a very long time. So another funny thing about the game, when you die, you actually get your name, or I should say, you are named after certain things in the New World. If you do really well, you'll be named after like famous monuments, famous landmarks, and if you do absolutely terribly well, then you'll be named after poisonous plants, diseases, poisonous snakes, things of that nature. But we'll see how it goes here, and guys, we'll determine if we want to play some more in the future. Like I said, I really like this game, but it definitely requires a tremendous amount of time, and it is very old school. So we start from the Ocean Sea. I'm guessing we're actually going to be landing in South America first, not North America, just because that's where I land almost every single time. I'm not sure if, the actual destination is randomized, or if you land in the same place every single time. It's been way too long for me to know, but I do hope we get close to like North America. I think that would be ideal. So here we go, my friends. You've got to love that MIDI music too. That's some incredible music. So we've arrived at the New World. I can't guess what it is yet, but of course, yeah, we'll just go with New England for the name. And what I'm going to do is drop our sentry here. We're also going to go ahead and drop this soldier, just to kind of check out the scenery. And we want to go grab new colonists as soon as possible. So I'm going to head this way, and steady as she goes back to the motherland. I haven't looked around much here, so probably want to move out. As you can see, we've actually got a potential treasure, guys, that we can bring back to the new land, the new world. But first, we want to establish our colony pretty soon. Let's go ahead and search. And unfortunately, the mounds are just empty. There's really nothing there. But I am going to go ahead and start our new colony, guys, which I am going to name after Queen Elizabeth. Let's call it Elizabethtown. Yeah, not exactly the most original name, but I think it's realistic to be fair. So there we go. Elizabethtown has been built, and so far we only have one colonist here. This is the town hall, which generates liberty. We can also build new buildings over here, a tremendous amount of new buildings, but we need actual hammers, tools, and some gold to actually purchase them. So this is going to be something we get eventually. You can see that right now in Elizabethtown, one of the benefits is it does have an ore mine, and we're going to use that as much as possible as we proceed through the game. Religious unrest in England causes increased emigration. Colonists' indentured servants are now available in London. All right, that's good to know. We certainly want to bring them with us. Let's go ahead and get some seasoned scouts. And if I can outfit these guys in some way, I will. I'm actually going to go ahead and outfit them with some horses. The reason being, they can take a look at a lot of different territory and hopefully scout out, new locations for us to build colonies. So guys, the Continental Congress, of course, is being built, and we get to select a number of different really important people from the Age of Exploration here to help us. I'm thinking the first thing we want to go for is going to be exploration. We want to find as many territories here as possible. So we'll go ahead, boost the Explorer tab. I'm going to keep moving south here, and I might get a colony built very soon, very quickly here, just because we've got a tremendous amount of hides in this location, and that makes for obviously some pretty lucrative, pretty lucrative gameplay as we proceed. Okay, let's see. Wonder if I can set up a city right there. I know it's not necessarily smart to set a city up on a river, but we're gonna try it nonetheless. Okay, so I'm starting to actually see some natives. That's a little bit of a cause for concern. So I'm going to call this one, since it's constantly wet and really, you know, nasty and marshy in this area, it's going to be New Limerick. Sorry to my Irish friends. So that's going to be New Limerick right there. And we've just got one guy. It seems to be a lot of actual, you know, hides, furs, etc. That we can turn into coats. And these can be sold, you know, back in England, but it's not necessarily something new. It's just kind of a recurring resource that you can find in most places. I'm going to drop that sentry off and make landfall. All right, let's search for treasure, and unfortunately the mounds are cold and empty. We've met our first group of natives, guys, and it's going to be the Iroquois, a glorious nation of 11 villages. To celebrate our friendship, we generously offer you the land you now occupy as a gift. Yeah, fair enough. So we'll go ahead and be brothers with the Iroquois. Over time, of course, we can change how we feel about these guys. We can turn on them, burn their villages to the ground. It's really entirely up to us. All right, he hopes we'll visit his village. Oh, we'll visit. Not the way you want us to, though. With a saber in hand, that's how we'll visit you. All right, so the Spanish, you know, fellow colonists have just burned down a village. I'm not sure if that can negatively affect us. I don't believe it can, but, you know, you want to be careful doing that. If you're ready to fight, hey, go for it. If not, really, really be careful. I hope we don't end up on an island here. I still don't know where we are, but it doesn't feel like South America. I think this could be North America. It's kind of looking like maybe it could be even... No way. I was going to say maybe that could be Long Island. Impossible. It just doesn't look like Long Island. We might be in South America, guys. We're going to find out pretty soon. All right, keep on going. Yeah, I think we're definitely in South America. Near Brazil, if I had to guess. Iroquois tribe is pleased to see the progress. Thank you. So they've given us some furs. And I'm starting to think now with that particular scout unit, the sentry unit, we might need to build on this island here. That might be something we need to consider. Let's go ahead, leave right here, make landfall. Okay, I don't want to build a city yet, and I'm actually going to head back. I want to head back to England and get some more people, but without the right amount of gold, we're not going to be able to get anybody. So I'm actually going to bring that sentry back. We might come back to this little island later, but right now it's not really a cause for concern. No! Wrong button. There we go. Alright, nothing but rumors. That's so upsetting, because you can actually find the Fountain of Youth, which gets you a ton of colonists to come and join you. There's so many different things that you can find here to really boost your chances of success. Alright, let's keep on going. There's so much fur here. This has to be North America, guys. I'm thinking maybe even up towards Canada, Prince Edward Island, that sort of stuff. It's kind of what it looks like to me. So I don't think I'm going to go north anymore. I think we should start heading south. Okay, here we go, guys. It's going to be our next colony. And we'll call this one... Since I'm guessing that this is like Quebec, I'm probably totally wrong. I'm going to call it British Quebec. There we go. Take your French names, but we'll be glorious Englishmen. Alright, keep on going south. Actually, good job going east. But that can actually be useful later on, once we actually want to get away from these islands. And right now, I really want to dedicate this ship to Elizabethtown. That's our main city for now. So we really want to try and support it as much as possible, as well as New Limerick. Okay, once again, the Iroquois are giving us furs, and for now, I'm just fine with receiving this from them, but I don't trust these guys, and I'm sure they don't trust us either. You know, in time, probably want to wipe these guys out. I know that's brutal, but that's the way it is. We'll use this guy to just basically scout their lands, and you can actually build colonies inland, so we can actually build colonies here, but we actually have to build a wagon train to connect that colony to other parts of the world, essentially. So there we go, guys. We've got Henry Hudson, and that's actually going to give us the output of all fur trappers by 100%. Not that great initially, but, you know, obviously you're going to get different bonuses from each of these congressmen. So for now, I'm going to take Peter Stuyvesant, the Dutchman, Again, it doesn't matter, English, Dutch, Spanish, you're going to get all sorts to join your Continental Congress. And let's see here in Elizabethtown if we can finally take some stuff back to trade. I think we certainly can. I want to keep the tools here. I don't necessarily want to get rid of that. So we'll take back some of that, and we'll take back some ore. We'll go ahead and exit, and at this point, head out of Elizabethtown, back to London, hopefully. Assuming no privateers attack us, nothing like that. And yes, that can definitely occur in this game. Here we go, guys. Steady as she goes. And let's go ahead and check this area, see if we found the Fountain of Youth. Desperate survivors of a former colony. Exchange for badly needed supplies, they swear allegiance to England. Well, that's really interesting, guys. I've actually never seen that before. You can find all sorts of things when you go over those artifact zones, I like to call them, but I'm sure there's a more appropriate name. And we're going to just keep heading south. I really think we're going to be in the U.S. pretty much. Cargo from the New World. So this is where we can actually make some income, guys, by selling our cargo. As you can see, we got 340 gold. We can also purchase a number of different ships, each allowing us to transport more and also more resistant to enemy attacks. And we can even get a privateer and essentially have pirates out there attacking other ships without having to declare war on the actual country. I think that's really, really cool. So for 143 gold, we can get some expert lumberjacks. I'm definitely going for that. And, you know, as we get more people here, we generate more funds, but we also generate more liberty as people, you know, really learn to call this place their home. Okay, we found the Cherokee. We're absolutely in North America. Now, what I don't like is the fact that they have a tremendous amount of tribes here. Villages, tribes. If you guys see those two, like, suns over the village, what that actually means, that's the capital. So we know that there's at least 2 tribes here, and, you know, obviously if you mess with one, you could incur the wrath of the other. It's just, it's a big cause for concern. So we want to bring more guys with muskets over as soon as we can. It's good to see liberties going up. It's always good. But I'm not planning on building anything until we actually get close to a resource. So for instance, if we get close to that pine resource, and we found the Arawaks here, so maybe now I'm not so sure if this is actually North America. Right now they're really trying to make us happy by just giving us as many goods as we want. We've also got a new cargo of furs here at British Quebec, 100. So it's a lot of furs. We can actually build storage to, you know, be able to take in more. But what I think we want to do is go up there, take it, and sell it in London as soon as possible. For now, I'm going to go ahead and actually head to Elizabethtown, drop off these 2 guys, and maybe try to generate some profits in this place. I don't like that there's so many different tribes around here at all. We're just going to go around them. So you know what? I'm actually going to split them up. Alright, yeah. So we'll take this guy actually over to New Limerick. Excuse me. I hate having to go east here, but I don't think we have a choice. This is looking like it actually could be New York State. Alright, the Dutch colony of New Amsterdam. So we know the Dutch are also close by here, of course, and depending on what country you take, you're going to wind up on a different part of the world. Eventually, you're going to start actually encroaching on other colonies, and you have to come to an agreement with them that you're going to have lines of demarcation where you're going to say, listen, this area is New England, don't touch this area, we won't touch your area, New Amsterdam. Or you just go out to all-out war and, you know, one of you tries to destroy the other. And this happens quite frequently in this game, so you've got to be very careful with your diplomacy. You can trust somebody initially, and they can completely stab you in the back. Send this guy to New Limerick. Alright, guys. Well, that's our short look here at Colonization. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, this is definitely one of the real old-school games out there. Colony building games, etc. Civilization building games, whatever you want to call it. I highly recommend it, and if you guys want me to do a Let's Play on this, I would definitely do it, man, but I need that support. Hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. I promise a Let's Play. At that point, if we get enough views, I'm going to just put up a poll, and you guys can basically decide who we play as, and from there, maybe even decide some names for our initial starting cities. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one. Where do you guys think we are? I think almost certainly that's going to be Prince Edward Island. Is that correct? I might be naming that wrong. Quebec up here. We've got New York, I think, over here where New Limerick is. Or actually, not where New Limerick is. Over here where these guys are. But I could be wrong. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll catch you on the next one.